Wow. Okay. Alright, Lollers, what's up? We are here in an auto-filled jungle game. So we've selected Jax, and hopefully I can give you guys a quick walkthrough of how to play jungle if you're auto-filled. I don't really main jungle, but we're going to talk about some basic concepts and see how we do. First thing you want to look at when you're jungling is who you can gank for or what you need to watch out for. So if we look at this right now, Fiora and Yasuo, he doesn't really have any gank assist in terms of like hard crowd control or CC, so we won't really be able to do too much top unless Fiora's shoving really hard. Yi is a good matchup for us, which is why we chose Jax, so that we can use our Counter-Strike to stop his auto attacks. Vladimir and Nico could be an interesting lane for us. If Nico burns Vladimir's W, his pool, then we likely will be able to gank him pretty easily. And then our bottom lane doesn't really have hard CC. They have Lulu, so she can slow down an enemy champ or speed me up, which would be nice. But not really any hard crowd control. So we're really going to be looking to kind of full clear and go pretty fast, and then likely just try and gank a mid lane if we can. So, up until then, I mean, we're not going to do any fancy stuff. You could like really kite camps if you wanted to be fancy and take even less damage. It's not super needed on Jax. He's got a pretty healthy clear and doesn't take too much damage. But just do your best, kind of in between your cooldowns, kind of run away if you can like this, and then wait for your cooldowns to come back up. So once we get this, we're going to go up to the top side and just clear the top side jungle. Again, if we were looking to do fancy things, we could try and track the enemy jungler Yi and maybe try and bully him early, but I'm not that good of a jungler, to be honest, so all we're going to be doing here is looking at full clear. You guys can do the same thing in your games. Be afraid to use smite to kind of keep your health up if you need to. So, we see the Twitch bot now. Or sorry, not Twitch, I thought that was Yi. If you do see the enemy jungler, you just kind of want to keep track of where he is, and that gives you a better idea of maybe where you can gank in the future. We're going to use our potions here as we clear. Again, just trying to clear as fast as we can. Our main goal is to get gold. In any sense, any role you're playing, you want to try and maximize your gold so that you have impact. Of course, ganking early can help your team out, but you're sacrificing your own gold income to do that, unless you're the one getting the kill. So we're just going to stick to trying to doing what we know: farm the minions, do a full clear, be efficient with our speed. And I'm going to pop this blast. Oh, yeah, there's Yi. So he's looking to be aggressive on us. I'm going to have to sacrifice this camp here. There's not much I can do, so I'm just going to put a ward. I'm going to back him by here. I could try and contest him for that. Yasuo's coming, so we can try. But we need to be careful. He has double buffs. If he's still here. Yeah, I mean, that's good. We want to flash out to make sure that we don't die to him there. Hopefully he can finish that off. He does. We mistimed our E. Again, like, you know, I'm auto-filled Jax. I tried the best I could. The E did a good job of actually timing his Alpha Strike to counteract our stun off of our Counter-Strike, so it was a good job by him. I'm going to run bot here. This is simply because I know that the bot side here, this camp gives the most experience, and considering that I am already behind from the E invading a little bit there and giving up that Gromp top side, I'm going to try and just farm and get XP and get gold as fast as I can, get to level 6, so that if I do see the E, I can kind of meet him up in the future. So really, I mean, you just try and play the situations that you're given if you're auto-filled like this, do the best that you can, stay relevant, which is what we're doing here. So we'll kind of kite back a little bit. A little damage. We see E right there, so we'll ping that for our team. He's probably going to try and hit that scuttle, and then go gank bot or do dragon. We don't have flash, so we can't flash and jump on that Twitch, but if he lets us, we will. What we're going to do here is we're actually going to jump and then use our... okay, we got a flash out of him. That's good. Yeah, solid. I'll explain what I did there in a second. I'm just going to try and see if I can help this Lucian. pop our pots as much as we can. We have counter-strike coming up in a second. Perfect, sweet. Okay, so what we did to kill that Twitch there was we actually used our Q to close the distance. I couldn't flash onto him, and I couldn't probably stun him with my E from the range that I was at. So what I did was I Q'd to a minion, and then I smited him, and my smite actually slows him down and gives us the opportunity to catch up and then cast a counter-strike. Now he flashed, which was great. That means we burnt a summoner spell from the bot side enemy team, which is perfect. And we're actually having a huge impact on this game, and as you can see, all we're doing is we're farming camps, and we're kind of keeping an eye on the mini-map, seeing where people go and what opportunities present themselves. It also helps to play a very powerful champion if you're auto-filled. So I'm playing Jax, which is like, you know, pretty powerful champ, especially in the jungle against that team comp. So I'm just trying to do smart things, basic things. Kind of keep an eye on the mini-map. So we see Twitch in the bot side, Vlad's pushed in, and Nico's leaving, so I am going to cover this for and just pick up some XP. I do have my red buff up, so I want to head there as soon as I can after this. I'm really just covering this to pick up a little bit of XP and also prevent this guy from getting plates. So ready for battle. Just trying to do the best I can there. Alright, we're going to head towards bot side now, at least put a ward on the dragon. I know that the scuttle's probably gone. We'll just get a ward on it. These guys, I mean, yeah, they're not going to fight yet. I hope, anyway. So we're going to farm this out. We'll get this red buff and get those rock monsters on the bottom here in a second, and then we'll go bot. There seems to be a lot of action going on there, and they're pushed up. And dragon is up, so I would fully expect that he would be around the bot side. That's great. So burning that Twitch's flash earlier really helped our bot lane kill him there, because assuming he couldn't get away from whatever that play was because of the lack of flash. So we're going to start to run bot because they killed that enemy Twitch, and Lux is under tower with nothing to do. We're going to try and get this dragon. Now it really sucks that Lucian's back and I know he has no health, but to be honest, we should still be able to do this. I'm level 6, so if he does show up, we should be able to stomp him. I'm not really scared of him yet. I mean, Lulu should just be helping me right now. I'm popping my potions. I'm just trying to burn this down. I'm saving my ult if he comes any closer, and I'm looking at the dragon's health to really time this fight. Okay, we did that. We're going to try and do something crazy here and see if we can come in and kill this guy. Pop the R. I feel really confident in beating these guys down here if she stays with me. She did not. Unfortunate. Now she flashes in and decides to go and get the kill, which sucks. We could have triple killed there. You do the best you can. I mean, at least she understands that she could have done better there. She's saying sorry, so that's fine. So, we got a lot of gold. We're going to buy our full jungle item. You can buy more damage or more attack speed depending on your playstyle. I'm going to build attack speed because I usually like to focus objectives, especially when I'm auto-filled. I feel like going for objectives controls the pace of the game and, you know, lets you have a bigger impact as opposed to just going for kills. So the attack speed will help us against things like dragons or the Rift Herald in a second if we can try and go for it. So because Dragon's gone, I am going topside. I'm going straight for the buff. Jax's multi-camp clear isn't amazing, so you more just want to focus buffs. And you can see now that we're going to catch this Yi. I mean, I want to fight this still. I still think we win this, hopefully. Okay, beauty. So, we picked that up pretty easy. I could go for Rift here, but Vladimir is a little bit too dangerous for me right now, so we're just going to back and buy and spend that gold and see if we can focus up this Rift. Sorry, where are we at here? Ready for battle. So I'm going to max my E second on Jax. Again, this is specific to maybe the types of champs that you're playing. If I was playing a lot of really squishy range type champs with a lot of dashes, maybe I wouldn't max my E second. I would want more damage for my Q, but I'm dealing with a lot of auto attack heavy champions. Once they engage, they likely will keep hitting me. We're going to try gank here. only because he shoved and I don't think he has it warded. Okay, so we're going to save our E and our Q to catch up to him here. Yeah, that's a good flash by him, so that's fine. We can dive him though, if he does stay. His W is down, so we can actually dive here. And there we go. So that's just knowing the timings of the enemy champs. We are screwed here. We're going to pop our... Okay, we need help, we need help, we need help. We're going to jump to our teammates here. Perfect, great escape. Alright, now we're going to go back to farming. We had an impact on mid lane there. We helped her out, got the kill. To explain that a little bit more, I held my E and my Q because we could walk to within range to attack the Vladimir anyway. So what we're looking to do is just force him to use his W and potentially his flash, which he did, to escape, and then we can catch up and dive. His W's on a massive, massive cooldown. So, I mean, anytime he just uses it and he's at half health, Vlad is actually quite squishy before he gets his items if he doesn't have his W. So you can really look to abuse that. You can see now we're just going to go back to farming. We're keeping an eye on the minimap, seeing what's open for us. We see the Lux here. She's pushed in and she looks like she wants to fight, so we can definitely go for this. Lucian should be able to clean her up though. Yeah, easy. Alright, so there's nothing for us to do bot. I don't really have a crap ton of gold to go back to base and buy, and they just killed Lux. So what this is telling me is I have an opportunity to go into the enemy jungle here and look to see if I can maybe kill the Yi, who I'm bigger than now, or potentially steal his camps. He just took everything bot side, it looks like. So I'm going to say that he's probably top side. But, Nico didn't grab him. I'm going to just Q to catch up to him here. Perfect. Must have used his W. I didn't see him use his W, but he must have. So, again, that situation arose simply because I was looking to see what I could do with what was presented. I didn't have any more camp spot side. There wasn't enough gold for me to go back and buy. Bot lane killed the enemy, and I'm stronger than Yi, so I'm going to look for a play potentially in his jungle. What I am going to do now is I'm going to go up and try and see if I can kill this Fiora or counter gank, because Yasuo was really pushed up and the entire bot side was killed from Yi, and my ward is there watching and I don't see him still. So I suspect he's probably doing his top side or hanging around up here to potentially gank the Fiora. I'm going to see if I can rush this, and then I want to get the bot side dragon. Jax coming up. If he does happen to steal the dragon under our nose right now, it's not the end of the world. It's just a second dragon, so I'm not too worried. Rift is actually by here. If we can pop it on the top side and steal a bunch of these plates, that will be good. Okay, I'm actually going to go to the middle lane and pop it here. I could stay top with Yasuo and try and take it there, but I see Yi on the dragon, and I also want to try and knock down mid if we can. So we're probably just going to concede the dragon here. We're going to see if we can kill this guy. Okay, good. So he used that. So what we really want to do is try and push this fast and get these plates. No, we can't do it. So a little bit of indecision there on the top side meant that we couldn't actually get the plates mid. We can't dive because he just uses his art. I don't know what that Nico Q was. But now he's going. Alright, so W's gone. That means this guy's diveable for sure now. She missed another Q. If she caught that, we would have went. Okay, perfect. Alright, I see Twitch coming up from the bottom here. We can definitely kill him if he gets too crazy. We can probably even 1v2. So we just want to do this. This is unfortunate. Didn't know Lux was right there to land that Q. And that'll happen. Like, I mean, you're going to get killed sometimes by going for plays that you think are right. We didn't see the Lux, so we're not Faker. We're going to continue to build our Trinity Force as our first item after our jungle item.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Which boots do we want to get this game? If you're ever wondering what boots to get, usually, especially in lower elo games, you want to probably build a little bit more defensive / tanky. So while they do have a lot of magic damage and CC between these two, I am going to build the Ninja Tabbies to make sure I can survive to make sure I can survive Fiora and me, because Fiora's actually split pushing pretty hard. She's not beating Yasuo too badly, but if this game gets into a split war, I really want to make sure I can 1v1 her in the side lane. So I'm gonna prioritize the Ninja Tabby here. And again, we're gonna... She used a W early. We're just gonna basically keep attacking her here. We're gonna save our Q to catch up if we need to in situations like that. Yasuo flashed. I don't know why. We're not gonna flash here until she does, because I have my Q to catch up to her, so I really don't need to flash to kill her there. A lot of action going on mid. I'm going to run down here and see if I can help out. This target's low. Twitch is essentially always going to be a one-shot for us. We're going to try and kill the Lux first, though, because she's the one that can really stop us from beating the 1 versus 2. If Lulu stays, we can definitely do something here. Okay, we just got to dodge the Lux Q. Perfect. We're going to slow him down just so he takes max damage from the turret, and we're going to finish him off like that. So, it's really key to usually get the blue smite, especially when you're playing against, you know, a little bit squishier. I find is better if you're not going to be doing super long duels to get the blue, because slowing them down really helps you kind of just destroy them as Jax. Okay, so if this E wants to go, we're just going to take down this turret. We're going to try and use a stun before he used that. But he got it off. But that's fine. I mean, we're blowing flashes all over the place. So I didn't catch if he had the red buff on him, unfortunately. I didn't see that. We can potentially see it now. He does, so that means he picked up his red buff and he got his topside jungle. So what I'm going to look to do now is I got a bunch of gold. There's not too much to do mid lane. It's pretty pushed in. Bot is pushing. So I want to just try and see if I can get some vision down, grab my buffs, grab this topside camp, and then go back, do a big spend at the shop, and get ready for the next dragon, which is up in 1:20. So this should be timed actually pretty well. Let's get some vision down just to see if Fiora kind of lingers up here, and then it'll get us the dragon clear a little bit faster. And then we're going to come over here and pick this up. I'm going to keep one ward ready as we go for that dragon kill. These guys should not be going. We want to prioritize the dragon. They should not be fighting. There's no point in me running to do that either. We're just sacrificing too much. So we can get our boots. Second item I'm going to build here is actually going to probably... Let's build armor for now. I'm pretty strong, and I'm already ahead enough in terms of damage to kill people, so I'm going to try and build armor just to make sure I can stay alive as long as possible in fights. And if the Vlad or Lux really start to pull ahead in terms of doing damage, then we'll try and maybe get a Wit's End for some magic resist. But for now, we don't really need it. It's on. I'm going to pick up this red buff just in time for a team fight here. These guys are fighting. So this is classic kind of low elo. You don't want to be fighting there because there's nothing to fight for. Even if you get those kills, like what can you do with them? You can't really do anything. And now she's taking our top side. So we actually lose a lot there, and if I can't kill these guys and take this dragon, we really lose a lot. Okay, so we dodged her Q there pretty well. We're going to keep leveling our E, and if this guy wants to go, we'll gladly take him. But at this point now, I'm just going to try and kill this dragon before the team comes up. So this is definitely a gamble, but it's something you'll have to do now because the team inted pretty hard before this. So I'm going to pop my potions, and I'm just going to try and burn this thing down as fast as possible. Look at your smite timer. Again, I'm just going to use it. I don't want to risk anything there. And I'm going to come pick up this farm bot. Alright, so we're going to keep moving along here. I'm going to let that farm freeze out for a while just to see if our bot lane wants to go pick it up, and then I'm going to grab these. Okay, so this is the point of the game now, you know, around 20 minutes. Obviously, you need to start making bigger macro decisions to really make sure you get the team ahead. These guys are pushing mid as a group pretty consistently, so I have two choices. I can either group up with them, or I can start the side lane and really split and draw pressure. I'm going to see if this team is good enough to respect the split push and play around it. If they are, we will be able to run away with this game pretty easily, because nobody can 1v1 me right now. I'm a 925 Jax, like I'm massive, and I counter a lot of the champs on their team. So if they don't fight here, they're fighting, that means that we would be able to essentially get free turrets. They fought, they all died. Really, really bad decision making. So I'm probably going to have to group with them after seeing that play there. We'll get this turret, but after this it's probably going to be grouping, because they don't understand to just not fight and play under turrets. And this is going to happen in a lot of your games. You're going to have a great game and you're going to, you know, just potentially lose because teammates just imp like that. Alright, so we're almost at our armor upgrade here. We lost a lot off that push again. Really, really bad play. That's going to show me that even though it's probably correct to still split push as Jax in terms of you know, what's theoretically the best gameplay here, we're not going to be able to, because if we do, our teammates are just going to still try and fight a 4v5 because they have in their minds, you know, fight, fight, fight. That's how you're going to play League of Legends. Then they're going to lose and we're going to lose. So I'm going to have to play around them a little bit more, which means that I'm not going to be able to get as much farm now moving into the mid game as I'd like, because I'm going to have to stay closer to them and potentially split farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for camps that I can farm that are close to them, that allow me to still catch up and help them out. You can see here, you know, the classic let's group and push. You know, group and push what? If you want to group, let's group top and push, not group mid. But it is what it is. Surprise! So again, we're going to hover around here. What you can do is, instead of staying right in the lane and showing where you are, you can kind of hover around the sides. At least that way you might be able to flank or get a team fight off. That is a little bit more advantageous for you. You can see here. So Lulu did a good ult there. We really want to finish that off, so I burned flashes to make sure we can finish that off and get the kill. We're going to have to start running bot now, unfortunately, because Yasuo is just doing his own thing topside, and we can't afford to keep giving up camps like this. I know we got the kills mid, but we're not going to be able to push that turret. We're not going to get that turret with me burning flash and Lulu's ult already. There's not too much there, so if Yas keeps splitting top, that's great, he'll get it. But I'm going to come and just make sure Fiora doesn't get another free objective while we just do nothing mid. So we helped the team mid, we did that, and then you have to take a look at the map and make some good macro plays there. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully this results in a double kill and a turret for us, which it did. So that's great. Now these guys need to back up again. There's nothing mid there, so I'm just going to ping them off. I'm going to pick up this farm bot. The river is pretty well warded, so I feel comfortable picking this up. And then we're going to back. Could look to split push here a little bit harder. There's a lot of people up top. I won't be able to get to them, so the best thing I can do here is put some pressure and maybe get this wave into the turret. These guys need to stop fighting, so I'm going to ping them off pretty hard here and hope that they listen. I could use my E to split push this faster, but the problem is I don't have their jungle warded, and if the Fiora came out for me and I don't have my E, that's still a fight I might lose. Okay, so we are going to build into a wit's end now, just because we do have our bases covered with our attack damage, our defense with the Randuin's only. Now we're going to try and protect ourselves against Lux and Vlad as Vlad gets bigger in the late game here. Our main goal here is to see if we can hold this tower. If she stays, we can probably kill her. Yeah, she is staying. So, just burn her down. Now, you don't have to use your ult there. You might say, well, you know, you're super far ahead. Why'd you ult? You didn't have to use the ult there. But, you know, ult's on a minute cooldown. Just be safe. You don't want to throw your lead or your bounty at this point. We won't be able to get this dragon in time if they're smart and pushing it right. You can see, see the macro decisions now of this team are really starting to affect our chances to win. So, red's up, we're going to get it. If he's there, we're going to kill him. These guys are, again, mindlessly just A-ramming mid, splitting. So we want to check this bush before you do anything to make sure he doesn't steal it and run. If we can, we'll kill this Fiora bot. This guy needs to back off. Now, even though grouping with them is going to be needed here, I'm moving bot because I want to see what they'll do and still farm at the same time. to keep my gold income up there. So they're running bot to me. So what that means, again, we're going to hang around them here because of course these guys need my help to even team fight, or they'll just go an int. But I want to try and flank if I can, or be in the shadows. So they're pushing mid, so I'm going to let these guys get the blue and help them out. And I'm going to see if I can come mid and kill these guys. Lulu does need to come with me though. If I go in, I can't 1v4 still, so I need Lulu at least with me. Okay, so now they know I'm here. So if I can get on this guy, easy kills. Right? Okay, the Lux is right here, so these guys should be going on her. I don't know why they were watching her. I don't care about the farm mid. It's pushed enough. I'm going to help this Yas. Actually, we're going to go check this because I think they might be doing Baron. Yeah, Yi was up here, Vlad was going up towards it, and Fior is going bot. So if they're not doing Baron, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to do a Baron. The reasoning for this is Yasuo has Yi top, so that means we won't get a smite steal, likely. And if Fior even shows up with Vlad, we are strong enough to prevent that from happening. So the biggest thing here is we're going to have to look to time our smite at 850 correctly. So we're just going to watch for 850. Perfect. She wants to fight, so we're going to try and move Zoma a little slower, make sure she doesn't go anywhere. Go back and buy. Alright. Anytime your team gets a Baron, it should essentially be game. Though, it likely isn't at this elo. So what we're going to have to do is make sure we push and group like we've been doing effectively to try and end this game without anybody dying with Baron buff. So that means I'm going to push the top here, and I'm going to hover around mid after I get my jungle camps on top side. Just going to keep pushing and hovering and seeing what kind of develops and shows here. So we want to keep that top lane trucking along. A lot of times when people get Baron buff, they still think they can just group one lane and end. That's not really how you want to do it unless you have like a definitive team fight advantage. You want to let me push this lane in and try and see if we can crash a bunch of Baron waves into tower so they have to make a decision or lose something. Worst thing you can do is die right now. So I have to start running towards this fight, unfortunately. You can see it here, they're giving me free kills. This is really bad. Okay. Alright. Low elo habit. These guys are going to fight. We're going to have to fight this here. Randuin's Omen. We're using everything we can to really dodge here. We're going to try and jump onto her if we can. We're going to start to stun. Okay, good. So that worked out well. Now we might be able to win off this here. We still have our stopwatch if we need to try and dive and kill this Vladimir to counteract his W boost. So we're really going to try and push this hard here. He's going to be the only one up for another 5 seconds, so I have to make a decision right now if I want to push this. Likely not. I'm going to go top and try and push the top. We got an inhib, which is great. Now we're going to try and get another turret here, and then we're going to reset, spend this gold, and get ready for the dragon. Because I do want to start to try and get the dragons here before it gets out of control, and if we can get Soul, the next one, we're going to be in great shape. After this, we're going to not push any further. This is pretty much done for now. We're going to see if we can grab this red buff. Again, before we leave, we're going to try and set E back as much as we can. It's gone. We do want to leave now. We want to get the hell out of here because there's 4 top. So I'm going to grab the scuttle over here, get a little bit of vision, a little bit more gold before I go back, and then it's going to be time to buy the rest of our Guardian Angel and head towards Dragon. Alrighty, so we need a little bit more gold before we grab this. And then we'll pick this up and head towards Dragon. Hopefully they don't die before we get there. I'm just going to try and do my best to ping them off. Honestly, it's already too late. Choosing to fight for whatever reason. Yeah, just really bad decision making. Even if we lose this game, it's fine. You play the best that you can, and if people decide to play like that, you can't really help it. I can't go and in tier 1v5. So, I mean, the best thing I can do is just farm. I had to start running this way to see what would develop. It didn't develop well, so now we just have to get this red buff and wait for another team push. Hopefully she doesn't steal this. Okay, great. Alright, all we're going to do now is we're going to wait for the team to come back up. The worst thing you can do in this type of situation is keep pushing and dying in like fragments of teams instead of as 5. So inhib mid is down. That means we want to focus one of the side lanes next with our pressure. We do have top and bot pushing, and we do have potentially a free kill with Fiora here. I popped that blast cone to see if we can kill anybody here. We do have Lulu with us, so I want to go for her. I don't want to chase the Yi into their area because then we could get collapsed upon. So I was hoping that we could catch the Fiora top isolated. We didn't, that's fine, but the top is still pushing, and we do have Lulu with us, which makes it pretty powerful. These guys are starting to run in, so we have to, again, we have to go with them. It dies instantly. You know, we're going to have to just maybe go for a play here, unfortunately. So we're going to pop our ult, and we're going to go for the E carry right away. Hopefully we can finish this off. Perfect. Okay. So again, it's not the way to play. That is definitely not the way to play this game. I know, again, the rest of the people on this team is like, wow, we finally won. It's just the fact that we were strong enough there and we were playing to a strategy of hanging around team fights. This game would definitely be easily won if we knew how to split push as a team properly. Thank God it's still, you know, not completing anyway, but that's basically how you autofill jungle. And without being a jungler, you just look for situations to make it happen. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Feel free to check out some of the other videos that I have on champ guides, and I'll catch you next time.